Welcome to episode 65 of Blue-Lusional. We are back.
Yay. We're back.
We're back. It's been
We're back.
a roller coaster of a week. We have so much to talk about. It's not going to end. I hope we cover everything because I'm sorry if we don't.
We're not going to be able to.
I don't know if we'll be able to cover every single thing that happened, but we are going to cover the most important things. So let's just get right into it. We're actually going to start this episode with an ICE update because two more people were murdered in broad fucking daylight with the same excuse down the line. This is now, from what we know, that's what I'm prefacing, from what we know, this would be the 10th or 11th killing. What we know. Take that with a grain of salt, because that's just what has made news and what we know of. We don't know what's happening in the detention centers. We don't know what's happening to people who are being kidnapped, held hostage, and disappeared to other countries. We don't know. So, again, take it with a grain of salt. First case was earlier this week. Well, it's already Monday, so last week. In Houston, Texas. 35-year-old U.S. citizen Lorenzo Salgado Arroyo was killed by ICE in the middle of the street. They went after the wrong person. They said they were looking for two Guatemalan men. Lorenzo was not one of the two men they were looking for. They said that he tried to flee the scene and tried to run them over, which is their excuse for everything. We're going to talk about another killing with the same excuse every single fucking time. They were either scared for their life or the vehicle was being used as a deadly weapon. They have it down. They know what they're going to get away with. Well, come to find out, 3 men arrested say ICE is lying. They said they walked up to the car and just started shooting. Just walked up and started shooting. Lorenzo's brother also confirmed that an ICE agent just walked up to the passenger side of the car, stuck his hand in the window, and just started firing over and over, even when the car was stopped. And again, they pulled him out of the car after shooting him multiple times, and their first instinct was to handcuff him.
What's they doing now?
Not to administer aid. And the next thing that was important to them was taking his identification card off of his person. And then mocking him.
They always do.
Sound familiar? Because I could almost remember on video them mocking Renee Good after they walked away from her car. This
and
is
Alex.
the same. Yep, and Alex. Same
Clapping.
over and over and over again. His brother had to find out from social media.
With the rest of us.
With the rest of the world. Now, one important thing to note is that Mexico is now taking legal action against the U.S. They are requesting criminal charges for those responsible for the 17 deaths of Mexican nationals that were killed by and died in ICE custody. So Mexico is now entering and saying this is now the 17th death, again, that we know about, and that we want criminal charges. This is not okay. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. And that was not the only death this week. And you're going to be like, this is deja vu because you just told this exact same story. Today, a 26-year-old man was shot and killed by ICE in Maine. He is a 26-year-old Colombian native. We're still getting more information on his identity, but he was authorized to work in the United States and he has a social security number. ICE is claiming, again, he tried to run them over with the car. His wife and 3-year-old daughter were there and witnessed it. 3-year-old watched them murder her father. Again,
while she was in her bluey pajamas.
Bluey pajamas, broad daylight. And the only reason we knew about it was because of some bystander footage and because the family called the Immigration Rights Coalition. They have a hotline. They called it after the shooting and gave all the information that they could. And again, Senator called Markwayne Mullin, who is now the Director of Homeland Security, and Markwayne Mullin told the senator and the governor of Maine that he They were trying to, the ICE agents were there on a final order of removal, and that he would not cooperate, and then tried to drive his car over the ICE agents. What's crazy, though, to no one's shock, that story changed as of a couple hours ago. Senator said, oh, Mark Wayne Mullen called back, said actually he wasn't the guy. It was the wrong guy.
That's the new lie.
Wrong guy.
Oh, we made a oopsie. Wrong person we killed.
Wrong guy. My thing is, why would it matter? Would it be justified if it was the guy that they were giving a final order of removal to kill him on a minor offense? We cannot normalize people being murdered in broad daylight by ICE agents who don't wear body cameras. And they say, just trust me, bro. Because I'm pretty sure this was the same story with Renee. They say that she tried to run her over. Same story with Lorenzo. There's been multiple cases just like that. And with Alex Pretty, they, instead of saying the deadly weapon was the car, they're saying because he had a open carry permit that he was going to use that gun to kill them first, that he never reached for. They are trying to use this, I feared for my life, deadly weapon, whether it's a car, a gun. I'm sure it'll turn into a knife. If somebody has a pocket knife on them. And our first immediate thought was, well, what did they do? Were they serving him with a final order of removal, as if that justifies anything? This is what they want us to do. They want us to sit here and try to justify an ICE agent murdering any human being in broad daylight, like how they've been able to do that to us with cops. Is when cops shoot and kill somebody, we, the American people, not all of us, I shouldn't say we, but a majority of the American people will say, what did they do to get shot?
It's almost like black people told you guys, if you keep letting cops do that eventually you're going to be next. And that manifested in the form of ICE.
Black voters told Hispanic voters what was going to happen.
What did you think mass deportation meant? And
they don't wear body cameras, which was one of the arguments when Democrats actually were holding the fucking line for once, and they shut down the Department of Homeland Security. They did a government shutdown, but it was they got it to be only for the Department of Homeland Security, and we're like, we will allow you to fund if you wear body cameras. And we even were like, no, more. Keep holding the line. We want more. But they were going to settle on body cameras, and they folded and just let them be funded without the body cameras. And so now investigators are going to have to use bystander footage, or hopefully like a restaurant or a store or somebody's home will have ring camera footage or security camera footage that they can use, eyewitness accounts. They're going to have to use all of that. And then the ICE agent's word.
After they've already tampered with the evidence, because that's what they were. They were the first ones to start handling his body. So, Also, yeah, first instinct for him as well was to handcuff him. Again, after it was the same his head on the floor.
It was like they took Houston and they said, we want to do that here.
Run it back.
Run it back. Want to know why? Because if you want to know, the ICE agent that killed Renee Good has a job. They just moved him to a different state. The agents who killed Alex Pretty, they went right back to work. So in their mind, they're like, this will happen, and I'm just going to keep working. And we all sit here and go, wow, another one. That's so awful. We're turning into thoughts and prayers with school shootings on this. Like, we aren't messing around when we say your vote matters. Because when we say your vote's life or death, it was life or death for Lorenzo, and it was life or death for this 26-year-old who will hopefully get more information on his identity soon. When we said it was life or death in 2024, this is what we meant. For Renee Good, for Alex Pretty, for Lorenzo. And we could take it a step farther and say for Nolan Wells.
Chose death.
For everyone, for all the deaths, for all the killings, for all the lynchings.
A lot of people would still be here.
A lot of people would still be alive. And protesters immediately swarmed Susan Collins' office, as they should, demanding that she tell ICE to get the fuck out of Maine.
Maine's gonna get ugly.
Maine's gonna get ugly. We'll talk about Graham Plattner later, but that just adds another layer to this, obviously. But obviously, if you are protesting right now, stay safe. We know what happened in Minnesota. We know it's really heightened right now. Wear eye protection.
Get your gas masks.
Get your gas masks. Stay in a group. Try not to split up or be alone. This is just...
Bring water, milk, all that
We
shit.
said it was just going to be a same script, different state. They were just going to move state to state and do this, and that has proven to be true.
They've been there for a while. They just finally cranked it up.
Yep. They went from Minnesota. They were down in Texas. They're back in Texas. Chicago. They were in New Jersey and Maine. North Carolina. They're just making their rounds. It's not going to stop unless you fucking vote. That's where we're at.
That's it.
Or do your revolution. But those are your two options. And I'm telling you right now, we have an election that will be happening in November, and you should be voting and making sure this shit doesn't continue to happen.
Shut that shit down. Speaking of things that we need to have stop, they restarted the war again. Because we knew we were going to be in a forever war, because this is Bush 3.0 at this point. Now, in the midst of, the bombing, the Iran supreme leader, if you weren't paying attention, his father was the previous supreme leader. The U.S. and Israel killed him. They most recently had the funeral for his father. He said, I vow to get revenge. I am going to have Trump's blood. That people were holding signs, literally said, hey, Trump, we're gonna kill you. Like, they literally said, we're going to kill you. Oh.
The comments on TikTok, they're like, don't.
I said, drop the GoFundMe link. What do you guys need?
Lodging.
What do you need?
You need a tour. You want to come? Right. You get a tour. We have the address. Drop a pin. You need snacks.
What do you need?
Water.
What do you guys eat? What?
Our food here is terrible. I'm so sorry, but we got snacks.
Right. So that's happening. Iran has been striking back by attacking U.S. bases again in the Middle East. We obviously have not gotten a death toll or whoever's getting injured, what have you, because they're never going to give it to us. We're not going to hear about it for like 3 years.
Yeah.
And it's escalating though, because the U.S. looks like they're just saying whatever the fuck. They're saying that Iran needs to say that the Strait of Hormuz is open or we won't stop bombing you. Iran's like, fuck that. The Strait of Hormuz is not open. They know this is their most valuable asset.
Mm-hmm.
They know they're not going to let go of this. Never.
It's cancer season, bitches.
They were feeling petty, right? They're feeling fucking petty. And then this is here under war because now this past week, Trump was at the NATO summit making an ass out of himself.
Just fucking.
But after the NATO summit was over, they took the Qatar jet over. They were going to get on the Qatar jet, come back home. Instead, they took Air Force One. So Trump made it back from the NATO summit. Unfortunately, didn't get shot out of the sky. They abandoned the Qatar jet. The war's not. It didn't end.
It definitely made him a little nervous because he wrote that letter to JD Vance. It's like, if they assassinate me, this is what I need you to do. Here are my instructions.
I know JD read that shit and said, I'm not doing any of that shit.
He was like, oh, keep that in my desk right here. God. Sure, Grandpa. Mm-hmm.
That guy.
Definitely. And if anyone's wondering what his letter said, it said, if they assassinate me, bomb the shit out of them.
Verbatim.
And JD was probably like, we don't have those type of bombs. Do you know how much money that's going to cost?
We're running out of artillery as it is. We can barely feed them.
Yeah, but definitely we will. In your honor. We'll do some fireworks. Big, beautiful fireworks show.
Yeah.
And we're going to keep it moving. Yeah.
Yeah.
Big, beautiful obituary in the sky.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. So we talked about this a little bit earlier. If you have not heard about this Nolan Wells case, I don't know where the fuck you have been. Long story less long. If you don't already know, Nolan Wells, 18, 19-year-old kid, a black kid out in Mississippi, went out on a boat trip with a bunch of white friends to Horn Island. They came home. He did not. Everyone says, what do you mean he didn't come back? Immediately, the stories start coming out of the people that are suspected to have done something, which I mean, they did. The math was not mathing. First, the story is, oh, well, he went off with a girl. He just, we don't know this girl though, but he just went off with a girl and he said he's going to stay. He's going to stay on the island and we'll see him later. Okay. So then the story becomes the girl is spoken to, this girl Katie. Katie says Nolan told me that his friends told him that he needs to come back on the boat. He's going with his friends. Okay. That's not adding up. The boys come back. No, these men come back. Immediately lawyer up. They have influential families. Clearly, one of the mothers is a judge. The mother puts out a statement. She puts out a statement as if she was there on Horn Island.
Yep.
That's weird. That's suspicious. Okay.
Literally, she did it and had to clarify she wasn't there because she even was like, shit, yeah. Just to let y'all know I was not there.
Okay. And here's the thing. They definitely didn't think that this was going to go as national as it is right now. But since the mainstream media doesn't want to talk about shit, people like us have to push these things out into the zeitgeist. The stories just kept not adding up. Now, Nolan's parents have retained civil rights attorney Benjamin Crump. I mean, shit is going to get done. So they're doing the press one right now. People think it's weird. Oh, how else are they going to get attention on this, right?
Yeah.
So they go to Good Morning America. We find out from Nolan's mother that Nolan is very active on Snapchat. That makes sense. He's a fucking teenager. Gen Z documents fucking everything. There is nothing that they are not taking a video of, right? They were going to get to how, but they got his phone back and they see that there are deleted messages, no Snapchat history. Okay. Now, his father says that he goes to one of the friends' homes. His name was Jax. That is where Nolan left his car to go on the trip. He asked Jax, okay, I need Nolan's keys. Where are the keys? Oh, I don't know. This is where he came out of the house disheveled. He was sleeping. His best friend that he told his father, oh, no, Nolan was like my brother.
Who could sleep if they're what they claim their best friend was
your
missing?
Brother
that you were with.
He comes out. He's on the phone with a girl. Is it Katie? We don't know. Mystery girl says, "Oh, the keys are on top of Jax's Xbox." 5 minutes later, they get the Xbox or the keys. They were on the silly Xbox. Silly me. You mean to tell me a fucking teenager doesn't know what's going on with their Xbox? Okay, sure. Now the phone is the fucking smoking gun. They did not receive the phone from these so-called friends. The friends did not say, "Hey, hello, Mr. and Mrs. Nolan's mom and dad. Here is his phone. We cannot find him right now." They just had it. They had to ping Life 360. Life 360 and the Snapchat location that Nolan's mom had received from one of Nolan's actual friends were not matching up. So they had to use Life 360 to go and get the phone from one of the friends' homes. Why do they have his phone? Why is the Snapchat history erased? Forgot to mention that his body washed up ashore like a day and some change later. Now, this is where speculation comes into play because Ben Crump reposted a picture of an alleged pool party that took place. Nothing from this section of this is fact. It got taken from one of the friends. I forgot that all the friends scrubbed their social media as soon as they got back to land after they lawyered up. One of them did not take this picture off their thread. So there was a pool party. There's conflicting stories with this freaking fucking pool party. Some people are seeing that it was posted on July 5th, but it's a photo dump of events that took place throughout the summer. Okay. But some people are saying that since it was posted on July 5th, which was the night before, that he made it back to land, which this is where my brain went, but nothing is fact yet. That makes sense why the Life 360 and the Snapchat locations were not lining up. That he came home, and that we don't know yet, but that's possibly why he was found back on Horn Island. Now, we don't know because there have been friends that are reaching out to certain people and saying this is an older picture. It was taken on June 27th. My only thing is there's a almost grown man in that pool with USA shaved into his chest.
Yep.
Now it's either A, for the World Cup, June 27th is when this picture was taken. USA, July 4th, that's when this picture was taken. All alleged. We have no fact yet. We need to wait on this independent autopsy because the one that was done in Mississippi said that there's no foul play and that he drowned, even though there's no water in his lungs. So we're going to be reporting on that. We're staying on top of that one because you can't let it go. There's too many cases of fucking black kids going out to remote locations, being the only black friend in the friend group and coming up missing. Like this is like once a week right now. Like it is some type black people are being hunted shit. Like,
yep.
Straight up.
It is.
And this is why Karmelo Anthony felt that he needed to protect himself.
Yes.
This is why. So speaking of that, so there's an update on that. So Mike Howard, Karmelo's former defense attorney, he released an affidavit. This pissed me off. So the affidavit had an off-the-record agreement between the defense and the prosecution. The defense and the prosecution had a backdoor handshake agreement, so stupid, to not use character assessments of either Austin or Karmelo in the case. You're already set up to fucking fail because the prosecution immediately said, fuck that agreement. They did not. They immediately started assessing Karmelo's character. This is why he did not take the stand. Austin Metcalf, they did not speak about his character. I don't know why the defense held to that fucking agreement, but they did. And the things that they withheld from assessing Austin Metcalf's character was that he is known for drawing racist graffiti in school. He had a history of bullying and violence, and that he had gotten in so much trouble for his bullying and racist graffiti that he almost got kicked off the football team. I don't know how he didn't.
Yeah.
I do know because he's white.
Protected, yeah.
He's got the complexion for black people. You got to stop going to remote locations.
Yep.
With white people. I know that all too well. I went to school with all the white kids. I've been flipped over in a pool and I can't swim. I was there. I was there. I know what it is. And right now, it's not the time. It's not the time to be taking in new applications. All right. It's not. They really reset the fucking clock back on where we are in this country. Like we said, this voting shit was life or death. These white supremacists, these people that fucking have these Klan hoodies hanging out in the attic that they never got rid of.
Proud
they are
Boys
emboldened
marching proudly.
with impunity.
With impunity.
Just doing whatever.
I'm surprised they're still wearing the masks, honestly.
Yeah. They feel bold. They said, you know what? That guy up there is just like us. Let's get back to what we were doing best. Don't go to the water. They're taking your kids to the water on purpose. That's just what's happening right now.
Don't go to the water.
Don't do it.
Don't. And white people, as a white person, stop. Stop going into comment sections of Black creators and saying, I would never. No, our friend group, we have one Black friend and we would never do that to them. And they know that. And also, you know, we need the full story. And also, I'm a safe person. And we're not all like that. We're not all like that. You sound like the white men that go, it's not all men. And you get mad when the white men are like, it's not all of us. And you guys are like, fuck that.
You understand it when it's that.
Yeah,
but
but not this. And then you get upset when said Black creators are like, that is not helping right now. And that does not make me feel any better. And then you go, but I said that, but I said I would do that. Now is not the time. The time that is right now is that you should be actively seeking out Black creators who are covering this topic. You are going to watch the whole video start to finish, and you are going to learn. And you're going to sit there after the video and you're going to go, what was my first initial thought? If my first initial thought after watching that video is I should comment and say I would never do that, that means that you have a lot to fucking deconstruct. You are so me, I. And you are taking a video so personally that there is something in your brain, you know, that it might have been you.
Oh,
and somebody you have to say it wouldn't be you enough to make it come
somebody
true.
Said I'm calling for segregation. I said, that's what you heard?
That's what you heard?
Is it for real? That's what you heard?
Like, it's the victim mentality in the comment section has to stop. It has to. I cannot. It is making me cringe from every part of my body seeing the amount of comments that are like, I would never, I.
How do we know that?
Please look throughout history. Please learn history and learn and be grateful that Black creators are even educating us white people anymore. I've said it time and time again. White people are not owed shit. We are not owed shit. So if a Black creator comes on the app and uses their voice and their knowledge to give you any bit of education, you say thank you, heard, listening, deconstructing, will do better. And then you like and you repost and you follow them and you make sure that you amplify their content. But do not go in there and play the victim in the comments for sympathy. It is so nasty behavior.
This white woman.
Because what have you, Nancy, done to make anyone feel safe?
The same ones that were getting mad about Patriot Front. Like I would have said something, really, because there's video evidence of like a shit ton of people at Horn Island and nobody said a fucking word.
There's literally video where somebody is doing a 360. You hear just the arguing and everyone's people. Just like, and it's hard to sit with the fact that you could sit there and go, wow, I've been in that situation and I didn't say something, but I can't own up to that and I can't sit with that. So I need to get into the comment sections and lie to myself.
Mm-hmm.
Lie to myself.
They want us to give them a pat on the fucking head and be like, oh my God, thank you so much for saying something in this comment section.
Like, do you need to hear that there are times that I've watched videos, me as a white person, and gone, yeah. In high school, I would have, if something was happening out in public, I would have been too scared to intervene. And that's on me. And that's something I've had to sit with and work on. But what I don't do, what you will never, ever see me do is go into comment sections and go, I would never, and mark myself as an ally and get my gold star and my pat on the head. We don't
I don't
deserve.
fucking know you. How do I know you would
We
do
don't
anything?
deserve
I
it.
don't know who you are.
We don't deserve it.
I would.
We are the
follow you.
SpongeBob getting their gold star taken off the board. To rip that shit right off the board. We are all nope. No gold stars. No gold stars. You don't give the men gold stars? That's the thing. That's where the hypocrisy is. Everybody's like, I hate all men, and then when they're like, it's not all men, you're like, fuck off. You guys are disgusting. And then you go and you do it.
As somebody said to me last night, watch your mouth. All whites are not racist. I said, you watch your mouth, you white supremacist.
But wash your mouth out with soap.
Don't come to me acting tough, Linda.
We are in timeout forever. So get comfortable in timeout. I'm sitting my ass in timeout. But, and then you get mad. You guys get so mad if the white creator makes a video who says the same things that like I'm saying, which is like, hi, white people, we are not worthy of anything.
She's pandering.
And they're like, and then, you know, those black creators who made those videos will go into the comments and say, thank you for telling the white people to shut the fuck up. And they're like, wait.
She's pandering. She's just using you guys.
Yep. You can't win.
No.
White people, we love to play victim. We do. Like, please just accept. That's why white Karens exist.
Like, sometimes you just don't need to say anything. Like, you can just.
You can like,
you can scroll,
repost, follow the creator if you fuck with them and you're like, yes. And then you scroll. If you want to leave a comment, like I said, heard, listened, taking it in, educating myself, will do better.
And if you don't like it,
move
the fuck on. Because I will argue back with you.
A simple thank you for the video. Thank you for the information. Following. All that's needed.
It's easy.
I don't need your life story.
I grew up in so-and-so, and growing up with the black friends that I had, I know that I would say,
I just called my black friend and I asked them, and they said that I was a true white ally. It came from them, not from me.
I'm either hitting you with the I don't know you, I don't care, I'm not reading all that, or I'm blocking you.
It's
every
video. It's not one, it's every video. Some of you, I'm seeing the same comment. Like, you guys are actively finding videos to comment this shit.
My best friend, Tasha, she's the only black friend in our friend group. And I just know if there was something happening to her, I just know that I would say blocked.
I'm like, Ariana, what are you doing here? I just saw you on another video. You're not getting a pat on the head. Go back to Taylor Swift. Go back reposting Taylor Swift wedding shit, okay?
Oh my God.
Be your true self.
I was like, yeah, I mean, white women are dangerous, especially the ones who love Taylor Swift. She's like, Taylor Swift can eat shit. I'm like, man, I really hope you think that, because you're first
like, I'm so sorry, Swifties, but Taylor Swift could come out and say, I don't think these group of white boys, men, killed Nolan. And you guys would be like, I think Taylor might have a point. You would, and you know it. You would, and you know it. I mean, she was selling Nazi merch, and you guys were like, I'm gonna buy it.
You guys were like, no, it's just a pure coincidence that it's 14 inches in length and that there are 8 lightning bolts, and a lightning bolt is a Nazi symbol.
Be so for real. Be so for real. All right. Let's get into this political shenanigans of this week. Lindsey Graham is dead. No one mourns the wicked. No one mourns the wicked. Ariana, take it away. She's on tour right now. Maybe she could throw a little "No one mourns the wicked." Bust it out. Maybe take a trip to South Carolina.
Graham in the backdrop
with the flames. She's
was
dead.
So fun.
Good news.
Good news.
Yeah. He died, and like the Republicans always do, they love to do things in the dead of night. So they released that he died at 3 a.m. Guess who was awake?
We all got our asses up.
Not Aaron Parnas. We were awake. We were awake. And we all went, they really thought when they pulled this shit in the middle of the night that we're all going to be asleep and not even wake up the next day. And like, I don't know what they think. But here's the thing. We're all angry, overstimulated, and we're all insomniacs and have anxiety. So,
yeah.
And most of us are like parents getting up. Not me. Yeah. Parents getting up in the middle of the night with kids. Like, I don't know what you thought, that everyone's asleep at 3 a.m. That's really funny.
You didn't think we'd all do like the virtual equivalent of like, wake up, Lindsey Graham is dead.
Like, everyone was making videos. Lysandra wasted no time. Her video was up at like 5 a.m. I know she sprinted out of bed to get her wig.
We were psyched.
We were psyched. The videos, I love Gen Z. I love them.
Fun.
You guys are cool. Coming from a millennial who could almost be a Gen Z.
Hilarious.
I love you guys. I do.
Hilarious.
You guys are so fucking unserious online.
I was literally laughing
government
out
names.
Loud.
Serious.
Literally laughing out loud when somebody said he suffocated in the closet. I was crying. Lower the flags at half mast.
Lower the flags.
Grinder.
But my first thought when I read the headline was, well, now they definitely don't have the votes for the SAVE Act. I don't want to see a single SAVE Act fear-mongering video ever again.
Yeah, I think so.
There goes a vote. He gone. He's not coming back. Crazy, but hey.
Mitch McConnell's not there.
Mitch McConnell may or may not be dead. Speculation. May or may not be dead. He hasn't been seen or heard from since June 14th. They released a 911 call that he was found unconscious in his home. And then they released a video that a neighbor took of them wheeling him out to the ambulance with no pep in their step. And Mans was not moving. He was not moving. But they were not doing chest compressions. There was no urgency. It was like he just called them and needed a ride. No sirens going. And I don't know about you. That doesn't look good.
They weren't moving very swiftly.
They weren't moving very swiftly. So then we were all like, well then, in the recent weeks, we're seeing people going out with carpet samples to the house. We're seeing a junk truck. We're seeing a lot of movement at the house for somebody who's in the ICU. Like, I don't know about you, but if I was in the ICU, I don't think my first thought would be, make sure I get new floors for when I come home. Now everyone's like, well, maybe he fell and they need to change the flooring. The man's been falling. You're acting like this was the first fall. The man has been a fall risk for the past 10 years.
We've seen like most of them.
His house would absolutely be the place that he would put flooring in 10 years ago to make sure he didn't fall.
Yep.
And again, I digress. There was no urgency to help him. So we had no sign of life. Governor Bashir was like, I'm going to need a sign of life right now in the next 48 hours. This is ridiculous. They finally, yesterday, post a picture of him. He's in a plaid shirt, looking like he's at a barbecue with his wife on in the hospital bed, with his wife looking like it's their wedding day, posing.
Where's the
He's
gown?
in jeans. She has her hair perfectly blown out. And he's holding a newspaper. And the newspaper was from that day. They made sure of that. Now,
like a hostage.
We don't know. We don't know anything. We don't know if the picture's real. We don't know if it's fake. I don't know. Speculation, alleged, everything. We don't know. But all I'm saying is that if he is, it's already been said that he's not going to be reconvening with the Senate tomorrow. He's not going to be there. He's 84. It's over. There goes another vote for the SAVE Act.
Todd Blanche is not getting confirmed.
Yeah.
Todd Blanche is not getting confirmed. No way.
All I'm saying is this whole year we were like, we got to slim the majority. And I think the universe was like, you guys you have a lot of anxiety leading up to the election, so we'll handle a couple of them for you.
Y'all need some help.
They weren't passing shit to begin with. Now they're definitely not passing shit.
Especially
in the
with
Senate.
them primarying people. Bill Cassidy's not voting for shit.
Now, coming out of this, we have seen the Cory Bookers, some of your Democrat politicians mourning and being like, oh my God, Lindsay, he was such a good friend, posting pictures of them together. Bull fucking shit. Just bull fucking shit. And if anything, this should make you guys go, oh yeah, we're fucking voting for grassroots candidates, because what the fuck is this? Did you guys go to happy hour after?
My unexpected friend in the Senate.
Unexpected? What do you mean? What do you mean?
Yuck. The warmonger? The dude that loved bombing people? Wow, that's crazy.
They said his trip to Disney was his last. I can't. We're just reporting on the news here, okay?
Yeah.
We didn't post it. We didn't.
I didn't say it.
I didn't say it. I'm just reporting on the news. That's what somebody else said. I read it on the news.
It was a Make-A-Wish trip.
If that wasn't bad enough, Trump, of course, is reposting racist attacks on kindergartners and, of course, little girls. Wearing hijabs. They're in St. Paul, Minnesota. It was their kindergarten graduation. He reposted it. And, of course, the comments are nasty. Again, little girls, kindergartners, which should not.
5-year-olds.
It's not shocking that Trump is reposting pictures of little girls, and you guys are still saying that he wasn't on Epstein Island.
Wild.
Okay. Wild. He's doing it just full on. The school has come out and was like, that's just disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. These are little girls. And this is just religious garb that many religions have their own religious garments. I don't see Democrats reposting Mormons' undergarments and being like, y'all are posting undergarments, and you have a show about all of the Mormon girls being swingers. What are those undergarments doing? You know, it's just, that doesn't happen over here, so why would it be okay? I haven't posted about this because these girls' face do not need to be all over the internet. It's already too much. No, that's disgusting. Speaking of disgusting, as if the United States itself wasn't a whole pile of explosive diarrhea, we all are going to have explosive diarrhea. Summer bod loading in the USA 2026, thanks to the parasite cyclosporesis.
Plagues every time.
But it is homegrown. It's a U.S. citizen, according to our Constitution. Born and raised right here. And it's all over now. It's all over the U.S. Michigan, that was getting fucked. Over just thousands of cases in Michigan. We're getting close in Illinois. It's man-made. It loves tropical climate. Global warming.
Yay. And it's 100 degrees out.
It's 100 fucking degrees out. And it gets into lettuce, like produce. Wonder what could have stopped this. I think we defunded some things that might have prevented this, or at least could have seen the signs and warned us beforehand. And I think we also defunded the same group that could teach us more about parasites and how not to get them. Explosive and then we also withdrew from the WHO, so our homegrown parasites on our fruit here that we do sell across countries might now infect people in other countries and they don't know about it. Yeah.
Wow.
Are the Maha people happy? Are you feeling healthy? Eating your produce with parasites? But no red dye 40, right? Am I right?
Wow.
But those vaccines. Now, the crazy thing about this is it's not just like a 2-day flu, people. People are saying that they're going to have symptoms for months.
Literally.
Could you imagine?
Crying, throwing up.
Literally screaming, crying.
Diarrhea.
Throwing up. Explosive diarrhea. In all the hospitals that, again, big beautiful bill cut and hospitals are closing down and ER wait times are rising. People are going to be looking to go for dehydration with little kids getting sick. Now the ER is going to be filled with people with explosive diarrhea in the ER with long wait times. I can't imagine how awful that's going to be. Again, could have been prevented. All of this could have been prevented.
All of it.
Like, this is on the lower scale of the life or death vote in 2024 and more just the, like, we don't need to have explosive diarrhea, Parasite.
We didn't need to
We
have
didn't
it.
need it.
We could have just voted for the lady.
We didn't. We could have voted for the very nice lady.
And not had explosive diarrhea.
So I guess if you want to not have this parasite, don't eat the lettuce, don't eat the berries, don't eat the bagged salads, or do. I'm not your mom.
Big fan of Darwin.
I mean, I'm just going to be eating potatoes, all the carbs this week.
Just a straight potato.
Just straight. Yeah. But you can cook these things and it kills the parasite. So you could cook your lettuce. I'm not your mom. Do what you want.
Clearly, because you guys do whatever the fuck.
Clearly, you don't listen anyway. So I hope you eat the bagged salad. And I hope you get the lettuce at Chipotle.
Whatever.
And I hope you eat the Taco Bell. Go for it. Trump started his own gas station called Freedom Fuel, which was just a Sunoco. It's just a Sunoco in Pennsylvania. He also opened another one in Jersey. And their gas is going for $3.47. Now, I would say that's a steal. I would have said that was a steal, except for the fact that same Sunoco in late 2024, when Biden was president, the gas was $2.99.
What? No, that's fake news.
But I think the difference obviously is that Biden didn't bomb Iran and try to take over the Strait of Hormuz. I think that's the difference. I don't know. You tell me, MAGA. You tell me the difference between $2.99 and $3.47, and who did it?
You want them to subtract? Yeah, right.
But fuel, baby, fuel. Get that Freedom Fuel. I'm sure it'll make you feel extra patriotic if you drive all the way to Pennsylvania and get the Freedom Fuel.
Eagle Street.
I feel bad for the employees that have to now work at Freedom fucking Fuel and not Sunoco.
Yikes.
I'm sure they have to wear a uniform. That's just awful for them. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Big yikes. All right, guys. There's going to be election news because we're getting closer to the midterms, right? So last week, the DOJ, they sent over 10 letters. Not 10 letters. They sent letters to 10 states. Threatening election officials with criminal prosecution and jail time, saying, hey, you're going to go to jail if you let non-citizens vote. They are laying the groundwork early. They are getting to it. They are going to get their asses whooped, and they're going to say, you guys cheated because you let all those illegals vote. That's what that is. Okay. Mm-hmm. Here's another thing, though. There was a lot of misinformation swirling about this. So Trump fired the remaining members of the Election Assistance Commission last week. Everyone freaked out because they don't know what the fuck the Election Assistance Commission is. First of all, he was able to do this due to the most recent batch of Supreme Court rulings. That was the slaughter rule, essentially saying that he can fire whoever the fuck he wants from any type of federal independent agency. So the Election Assistance Commission is an independent federal agency of 4 commissioners. They're nominated by the president. They get confirmed by the Senate. One of them that actually was a Republican, they just asked him to step down. So he got nominated for a job and then got told to get the fuck out. Now, they handle the National Voter Registration Form. So that's the form that allows eligible U.S. citizens to register to vote, which non-citizens are already not
eligible,
not voting. So only eligible to register to vote, update the registration, change your party. They handle that. That's who it goes through. Now that I say that out loud, they're trying to fuck with primaries. So they also, what was I going to say? No, that's it. Okay. So last year, he tried to do another one of those executive orders. He was trying to get the EAC to change the registration form to basically make people show that they're citizens. The SAVE Act. Okay, the SAVE Act is their fucking golden goose. They're going to try to get the SAVE Act in any type
mini SAVE Act.
It does put it in the budget appropriation, put it in the reconciliation. They are going to try to get the SAVE Act by any means necessary. That's what that was. So obviously, federal judge struck it down, didn't go through. So it's like, okay, fuck it, then I'm just gonna fire them. Here's the thing, people are saying since this happened, well, that's it, they're not gonna hold elections anymore.
They're on hold.
The midterms are on hold. I don't know where the fuck you guys got. I don't know who said that to you. I don't know why you all started repeating it.
We're just gonna hold on the rest of all the primaries, and we're gonna do a slight pause, and we'll run it back. Could you imagine? That would be a revolution.
Who told
right there.
You guys that?
Who the fuck did? They don't. It's the white girls read the headline and go, I could confuse.
Mossy matriarch. So yeah, they are the election assistance commission. States handle their own elections. I am so sick and tired of saying that. How many fucking times do we have to say that? The federal government does not have anything to do with state elections. They are the Assistance Commission. They help provide funding for elections. They also have, guidelines and standards for the voting machines. Okay. Hey guys, let's put on our thinking caps. Elections have been happening all year. They already have guidelines and certifications that are done. Midterms are 4 months away. Do we think that they already don't have that? They do. We have also had elections before this commission existed. This is just to fucking sow more chaos and just be able to say they cheated. See, we didn't have an assistance commission to, do the guidelines and stuff. So, they're going to try to challenge it.
It's just, honestly, the more alarming part is the voter registration form. That's the more alarming part out of all this, because closed state primaries, a lot of people don't realize if they're an independent, they have to re-register as either a Democrat or Republican, and re-registering or changing your party would go through this. That is where I go, ooh, because a lot of these primaries coming up are closed primaries. But I also have to look and see, because a lot of them you have to have changed your voter registration like a month prior. So for some places, you already would have had to do it. It wouldn't matter now. But it's that, and then, it is the assistance part with machines and stuff. If a machine goes down, all that kind of stuff. We're not saying that it's a nothing burger, but what we're saying is there's a difference between being alarmed at the assistance part of it and how this could hold things up, not the elections themselves, but people being able to vote in primaries, people being able to register to vote, and machines working properly. Yes, those are all things that we should be going, ooh, we need answers to that. Congress should be saying we can't have an election year and not have the assistance committee in order. What the fuck?
Right.
But that doesn't mean the elections aren't happening. That's just that. Then people go, oh, they're canceled, I'm not going to go vote. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. But then, of course, people don't want to hear the truth. That's not fun.
It's not fun to go on and say some aspects of voting might get harder now. It's not as fun as saying that the elections are canceled.
Stop trying to find reasons not to vote.
Stop giving people reasons not to vote.
That part. One person you shouldn't have fucking voted for was Graham Plattner. I don't know how to I know the fuck you guys fell for that. We called that shit out on day one. We've talked about this guy multiple times on this podcast. We said he's not it. Turns out he's a full-on rapist. Two women in the past 2 weeks have come forward and said that he has sexually assaulted them. Only now, for some reason, they're finding it credible because this most recent one doesn't have ties to the Heritage Foundation. But no, that's not going to stop leftists from blaming AIPAC. Full conspiracy.
And then now
Full
saying,
Bernie, bro.
we actually don't believe all women. Oh,
Which
that's
is
crazy. When did that change?
crazy.
When did that change? Well, when leftists said that it changed. Same with Nazis. We were not cool with that back then, and then apparently leftists were like, we changed that as well. We're cool with some Nazis.
You guys are fucking weird. This guy, okay, it's just so funny that you guys are the ones that blame it, that say identity politics. Identity politics. This man was recruited by a firm called Fight Agency. It's a Dem media and consulting firm. Okay. First of all, one of the two pricks that recruited him is the son of the founder of Toys R Us.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So they found him. They said that, oh, we found him off of his video him being an oyster farmer, and we went on fec.gov and we saw he donated money to Bernie Sanders, and that was enough.
That was
they
the
didn't
vetting.
even talk to him. That was it. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am.
He said, this
so
white
guess
man who's
what?
an oyster farmer, he can't possibly have any issues.
Who from his mouth said, oh, well, I never wanted to run for office. So they made the scripts. They saw the burly blue collar oyster farmer Maine white man. He fits it. All he has to do is say Medicare for all, Israel bad, hold up a sign that said Free Palestine one time when he was in high school.
And you all shook your titties for him.
No
popped your pussy for
questions.
him.
You popped that fucking, which was a mistake because he's a rapist.
Yes. You guys full on simped from head to toe.
Looks like the people that crafted this man's image, it looks like they knew that you guys would fall in love with him if he had a certain identity about him.
You made James Tallarico look like a saint. He really did. He really made James Tallarico look like a saint.
No discernment.
God.
You said James Tallarico and Graham Plattner are it, and now look. The universe had to kill a senator to fucking rectify this bullshit you guys pulled. The universe said, oh my God, they literally can't be left to their own devices. I have to take one out.
And then immediately we were like, all right, can you guys stop endorsing everything Hassan Piker says? Everything he touches turns to shit. And you guys, I don't remember him ever endorsing Graham Plattner. Show me the video. And then we give you the video and you're like, he didn't say, Hassan Piker endorse Graham Plattner, but he said he's great. He's really fit. He's going to do a great job. But he did. I don't hear him saying it. I don't hear him. Y'all are.
You guys can't own it. You can't fucking own it. You guys are so embarrassed. You're quadrupling, quintupling down. Well, he ran a winning campaign. So we need, get up, stand up, get off your
the
fucking
establishment Dems.
They're out to get him. Why hasn't Abdul Sayed had any accusers or out? It's the same fucking platform. They literally are saying the same words. Why? It's Graham Plattner's fault, and it's your dumbass's fault for literally having zero discernment.
All it needed to take was the tattoo. That really, I think that's the point we're trying to make.
Oh, he made a whoopsie.
He didn't know. He was just with his boys. He was with his boys. You ever get a tattoo with your boys and you find out after that it was like kind of a Nazi tattoo? You've never done that?
You guys are the ones that told us he's a history buff. So he did, when he was eventually
with his boys.
Drunk, when he wasn't drunk anymore, he wasn't like, oh, fuck.
I know.
He knew.
What happens with the boys stays with the boys. Boys will be boys.
And then he like essentially further proved that the allegations were real because everyone says, okay, whoa, okay, fine, I guess we'll stop endorsing.
Wave the white flag.
Fine, okay, fine. Everyone's like, get out of the race. He wanted to have input as to who
would go in his place.
Brother, no means no.
No, get the fuck
stop
out.
Trying to force I'm like, you're doing it again. You're doing it again. You're forcing yourself on us.
Oh, and
we
then
said no.
Then he's like, I gotta sit on it. Get the fuck out.
What's wrong with you?
Out. Bernie told you to get out.
That's it. That's curtains.
And you were like, but I don't want to admit, so I need to come up. I need to come up with a video that's like, well, I'm not
11 minutes.
11-minute video that's like, I'm only leaving because my donors aren't going to give me money anymore and I'm not going to raise enough money to win. Not because of any of my sexual assault allegations. No, I'm not doing that. I'm just not going to get money, so I'm going to drop out.
Just
that was the video.
Regurgitated all the talking points that were in comment sections, the conspiracy.
Establishment Dems did win.
They're not going to let us have it. Who's they, Graham? Did they force you to rape 8 women? Did they force you to get a Nazi symbol on your chest? Did they force you to make racist Reddit posts?
You could have dropped out at any point before the primary with the Nazi tattoo. And then guess what, guys? Because you're like, well, now you guys want Susan Collins to win. No, we wanted you to pay attention before the fucking primary. And then somebody else could have ran and they could have endorsed that person and that person could have won the primary. It is not on us if Susan Collins wins.
Well, we didn't want Janet Mills. We didn't tell you to vote for Janet Mills. We told you Troy Jackson was there.
Yep.
What was the name of the other? There were multiple other people on that ballot.
Not taking any AIPAC money. Progressive candidate. White man.
There were people there.
Hey. Maybe somebody else would have ran if he dropped out before the primary that was thinking about it, but didn't because they were like, well, Graham's going to win, so what's the fucking point? You know?
You guys did that.
You did it.
You did that.
Same with James Tallarico.
You did that. You went into that booth, you mailed in that ballot, and you said, 1 rapist, please.
1 rapist Nazi, please and thank you. He's
Make it snappy.
Not the same man, and I know that because I personally know him. You guys are way too parasocial.
And then the people from Fight Agency were already trying to get him to run in 28.
Lessons are not being learned fast
Donald Trump in different font. It's the same guy.
It's literally the same thing. Somebody commented on our video, was like, well, Trump is a rapist, so what's the point?
Y'all are crazy for that.
Y'all are absolutely crazy for that.
Y'all are disgusting.
Well, now I'm just going to vote for the white rapist men because the president is. Could you imagine looking at your kids and being like, you don't need to be a good person anymore?
The Republicans did it.
Be a terrible person. Let's set an example. And say, why do we
keep having to play the same game or a different game that the Republicans are playing? Why can't we? No. That's what you say when it comes to legislation, not when it comes to sexual assault. Women. That's crazy.
Not being a Nazi.
No.
I'm sorry that we the litmus test for us leftists is to not be a Nazi, to not sexually assault women, and to just not take AIPAC.
Freaking me out.
I felt like that was a good litmus test.
Apparently
but you guys were like, all we can do is the no AIPAC.
That's it.
That's our litmus test. Everything else is fine.
You walk amongst us.
You guys need to get off your high horse. It's creepy. It's disgusting. And yeah, he waited until Friday the 10th to withdraw. He had until the 13th, which doesn't include that weekend, obviously. So he truly did wait till the last minute and then was a petty ass bitch on the way out, just like a white man.
Man.
I found out because my husband busted into the room and went, the Nazi dropped out. And I knew exactly what it meant. Not my husband finding out before me.
Damn.
The Nazi dropped out.
He said, I got breaking news.
It was that, and then I looked down at my phone. Boop, text come in from Devin.
Yo.
Grip
letters out. Finally. Man was on CNN every month having to defend a new scandal.
Yeah. It's just so easy to not support a Nazi, but...
You leftists are such easy... You guys are such easy marks. You guys are fucking
so easy.
I'm about to do the Nigerian prince scam and just like
call them up and ask for money.
I'm gonna say, yo, I'm gonna use the money for Medicare for all and affordable housing, and I'm gonna forgive your student loan.
And they're like, come on Hassan's show.
Did you ever think of getting on his stream?
Guys, we gotta do better. Like, this continues to prove why Trump won. You know, me in November of 2024, it was really hard for me to understand that he won. I went down every rabbit hole that I could. I've come to now. I've come to. I know exactly why he won.
I see why.
Yeah.
Y'all are easy.
Yeah, you guys are real easy. He said gas prices, grocery prices, and you said bet.
You said, oh, shit.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I can't. All right, let's end with, yes, that really did happen. Trump said that there were hundreds of missiles shot at the Islamic Republic of Japan. I want him to point that out on a map for me, for funsies. I don't think he would point out Japan or anywhere in the Middle East for that matter.
And nobody was like, what that mean?
He was joking.
Do you mean Iran? No.
I just want him to point on the map. I want to see what he points to. It wouldn't be anywhere in the Middle East. It wouldn't be Iran. It wouldn't be Japan. I think he would point at Greenland, to be honest. I think that on anything outside the U.S., Canada, Mexico is whatever land for Trump. So
brown land.
I want to own that one and that one and that one. Trump called Zelensky President Putin while sitting right next to him.
That NATO summit was a mess. It was a fucking mess.
He was quite literally being handled. Everyone was laughing at this man to his face at this point. Before, they kind of used to do it behind his back. No, they're laughing directly in his face. And he's like, President Putin. Zelensky's like, yeah, you're Putin.
In your pants.
He should have. Oh my God. Okay, Kim Jong. Okay, Hitler.
And they were like, oh, ha, 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 you. They're like, ha, ha, you mean Zelensky, right? And he was like, no, this is President Putin. This is President
Zelensky would have been like, yeah, and this is Adolf Hitler.
Put him in the retirement home.
Come on, 3:30
Why are we
breaking
still...
news. And Lindsey Graham was reportedly told to get medical treatment because he was showing a lot of symptoms. And he said, I'll just wait till I'm home and I'm settled. He died a couple hours later.
He said, I can't die now. I have to finish these sanctions on Russia.
And the universe said, we'll finish for you. Lastly, everything Trump touches turns to literal shit. He renovated a water fountain at the Meriden Hill Park in Washington, D.C., which I think last month or the month before, Pete Hegseth did a whole press conference in front of it saying, look at all the things we're making beautiful in D.C. Well, just like the reflecting pool, the water has not stayed blue. But instead of being green, it's shit brown. Brown and murky in the water fountain, which is hard to do because it's literally just a water fountain.
They did it.
But somehow, some way.
They found a way.
They found a way. When there's a will, there's a way. So beautiful. That's this week. It's fucked up.
It's a lot.
It's like you go through all 7 stages of grief on this podcast every week.
This week's about to be.
And this week's going to be a lot worse because guess who's reconvening? Congress. So I'm waiting for the fuckery that's going to be this week. What they decide to do with this week. If it's holding a moment of silence and doing all that, I'm going to be mad when we come back on Sunday. I'm going to be mad. They will. It's just going to be bad. I'm so sorry, guys. Check your voter registration.
They're going to draft up a bill to condemn all of us that are making jokes about Lindsey Graham.
FBI is going to be at our door. We were just reporting the news.
Did you say that Lindsey Graham is crazy for dying when he's pro-life?
Yeah, we heard that. Somebody posted that.
Yeah.
That just happens to look like Devin.
I don't know about it.
That's kind of racist.
That's crazy that you think all black people look
People,
the same.
yeah, it's kind of racist. We report the news. We're actually a really professional team of journalists. We're so professional. Look at our professional studio. We'll see you guys next week if we're not behind bars.
Yeah, and we'll have an interview for you.
Yes, tune in for a new interview every Thursday. Check your fucking voter registration if you've learned anything. Check your voter registration. Figure out when your primary is if it hasn't already happened, and make your plan to vote in the midterms. And when we say make your plan, I mean look up your fucking ballot.
Look up your polling place. Request it early as possible.
Your ballot, your ride there, your ride home. Start now. That way it'll be like you wake up that morning and you just go.
In and out. It's like fucking Googling the menu before you get to the restaurant.
Oh my God, it's beautiful when you Google the menu before you go. You show up. You're so confident when you order too. I'm going to get the chicken tenders and the fries.
And a sangria. And you're ready to go.
You're ready to go. Your server loves you. You love you. Your friends are like, oh my God, that's crazy.
Everyone says, oh my
Everybody
God,
wants to be you. Yeah, that's such a great choice. You feel so... You're that girl. You're that bitch.
Be that bitch.
Pop your pussy over to the polls.
Pop your motherfucking pussy to the polls. God damn it.
Be that baddie. Only baddies vote.
All right. You want to be a baddie,
that's my... Pop your pussy all the way to the polls.
So we're gonna leave on that note. Pop your pussy to the
Blue-Lusional
polls.
signing out. Bye. House died. Can you...
My my light died.
Your light died. My mouse is dead. I can't even.
Oh,
here we go.